Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Today I want to talk about cooking methods and something that I was under the wrong impression with. That's pressure cooking. These are some of the new pressure cookers out there, and they do an amazing job. All electronic, have different buttons for different things, and you just put your food in and push the button, and boom, they do it. And I have to say that over the years I thought, oh, they're not safe, they blow up, all that kind of stuff. And after really delving into it, I had to change my mind. And my wife got me this for a present, and I have to say it's one of my favorite things now. There's more nutritional value in pressure cooked food. And if you're boiling something, there's only about 30 to 40% of the nutritional value in that food. If you're roasting something, maybe up to 50%. Steaming, up to 75%. But pressure cooking, up to 95% of the nutrition, the vitamins, minerals, and trace minerals, and all these different things, and nutrients and proteins and everything are in the food. And so, pretty amazing, it really is. And wow, I was just the opposite. It's actually the longer the cooking and the more steam released that we lose all these nutrients. And so it also makes the food a lot more tender, and the food is so fast. It's amazing, and it does a great job. And there's no drying out of the food of any kind. And take like beans. I'm a black bean fan myself because they have more antioxidants than blueberries, and they're even a special food group in Brazil. Black beans are. Now, you're looking at about 20 minutes for black beans, and that takes a long time on the stove cooking beans. There's no doubt about that. So I'm a big fan. I don't like brown rice. Takes a long time on the stove. You're looking at 20, 30 minutes also with brown rice, depending on how much you're cooking. And it comes out nice and fluffy, and wow, I'm sold. And it's really a great savings as far as heat goes, and the amount of energy used. Our kitchen is somewhat small, and we get the stove going and it heats up the whole house. And with this thing, not a problem. I mean, it's just using exact the amount of temperature necessary to bring it up to pressure and then cook it. And then it goes automatically into a standby mode and keeps it warm. And so it's one of those great things, especially if you're working, you can set it to go on at a certain time, and it's ready to eat when you get home. It when you pressure cook, it actually has less in the way of lectins and phytic acid in the food compared to stove cooking, something for long periods of time. So, and that was studied by the Swiss looking at that, and that's very interesting also. Of course, raw foods are very important. I'm a proponent for raw foods. We should eat about 80%, or not more raw foods, because there's live enzymes in there. But some things you have to cook. There's, brown rice, beans, lentils, these type of things. They need to be cooked, and so pressure cooking is a great way to go. And nowadays with the new electronic ones, and I'm not pushing any particular brand, they all work great. And even the stovetop models work great. And they're easy to use. You can make yogurt in them. You can make saute in them. You can brown things in them. It's amazing what you can do with these little, pressure cookers nowadays. And they vary in size from like 2 quart on up, depending on what you want. I've seen huge ones also. And they can also be used as a slow cooker and for steaming if you want. And they're very inexpensive. You can buy a small stovetop pressure cooker, which is very safe also these days, for about $36, and up to the nice big 6 quart or even bigger ones to up to $150, depending on what you want to do. May have to save up for that. There's more digestible protein in foods cooked with a pressure cooker. And And that's something that is really important to me. You know, I eat a lot of beans, and I love garbanzos. I make them quite often. Organic garbanzos in here, organic black beans, organic lentils, organic uh, red beans, azuki beans, organic, all kinds of beans. I love beans, in fact. Um, and all kinds of peas also, organic peas, easy to do. Most of the beans run in the range of about 20, 30 minutes, depending on the beans, you know, and even lentils are about 15 minutes, and just like that. Like I said, I'm not a fan of white rice, but white rice is 8 minutes, boom, it's done. Brown rice is about 20, 30 minutes for brown rice, and it just comes out perfect. You don't have to really boil it and boil it and boil it, you know, and you're losing all those nutrients at the same time. Like I said, they're very safe. My wife, when she was a little kid, well, some of the old pressure cookers weren't that safe, and one blew up, and the top was stuck to the ceiling, you know, but that kind of put her off from pressure cookers. But nowadays, they've gotten away from all those safety issues, and they're very safe. And it's kind of a natural process. It's kind of like being up at 10,000 feet and you're in the high Sierras or up in a mountain somewhere, and you come down to sea level in the valley and you start cooking, and then, boy, the pressure is more higher down at sea level, and so you're cooking with a higher pressure. It's the same thing here. And some of these have the ability to cook at a single pressure and the actual normal, you know, pressure for regular pressure cooking. Then you can double it up, and you can have a double pressure, which it cooks even faster. And of course, pressure cooking is not for all foods. You know, if you have little very tender vegetables and things like that, it's better to steam them in or just saute them a little bit. I think it's really great for all your legumes and all your grains. You put quinoa in here. Just about all your grains, you know, are really, really good for pressure cooking, and the wait is very short. And a lot of them have stainless steel liners in them, so you can take them out and wash them, and you can fill that container and then put it back into the actual mechanism itself and then start cooking. And they're so safe, so easy. This is one of my favorite gadgets now, I have to say. And it's changed my outlook on pressure cooking immensely. And so if you really want better quality food, and if you want to be able to cook those organic beans in no time, you know, a lot of times I cook, you know, black beans for dinner, and you know, I can just put them in just before cooking, you know, dinner, and cook them just before dinner, and then all of a sudden we have black beans. You know, I make those quite often, and black bean dips and all kinds of different spreads with black beans. And so I don't have to worry about thinking, you know, I have to cook this today for tomorrow and that type of thing. So it makes it a lot simpler, and they're much healthier. You're retaining 95% of all the nutrients in there, which is amazing. So they're available on just about every outlet you can think of: eBay, Amazon, you know, all the big department stores, and it's become a big fad now. So check out pressure cooking, and you won't be sorry that you did. I have changed my mind. Have a great day. I love you.